Alright everyone, what's going on? Welcome to another live stream. Today we are going to be talking about the TCL 8 series Expctations and answering your weekly questions. Now, if you guys have any questions at any point in time during the stream, definitely ask. I'll try to get to them as quickly as I can. Now, before I do get into today's video, I did upload a video today and I got a question that I'm going to answer here. And the question comes from Blackfish, who asked, he said, I have a question, I appreciate if you can answer it, I won't be able to make the stream. Then he said that he's thinking about pulling the trigger on a 65-inch Q8FN, and he was asking if the picture quality would be as good as the 55-inch, or would it lose picture quality because of the size difference, I'm imagining. So, the short answer to that is it depends on your distance. So, take for example, if you're within normal distance like 6 to 10 feet, the 55-inch would be more than enough. The 65-inch won't necessarily lose image quality, but yeah, it's important to understand that it's still an LED TV and you're not going to be able to see the pixel level dimming of an OLED or something like that, right? So the larger your TV is, the more distance you need away from those pixels. Otherwise, you're just kind of like walking right up onto something that you don't exactly want to be that close to. And that's why I always tell people, you know, don't be afraid to go smaller if you're sitting closer to that TV. But the thing is, I mean, honestly, I think the picture quality is about the same given the same amount of distance. I've seen them both looked really good, so hopefully that can help answer the question. And with that, we're going to start today's live stream. I'm going to open up my chat here. Give me a second. And welcome to everybody who's coming on tonight. We've got Isaiah Robinson. You said PlayStation sucks. I mean, I guess everybody has their personal opinions. I think every console sucks. Every manufacturer of any product sucks. Why? Because they want my money. So, I mean, to each his own, I suppose. We've got a question coming in from Rogue Agent. What's going on, man? You said, how's your Friday been so far? It's been pretty meh, to be honest. I mean, not the most fantastic Friday I've ever had, but it's also not the worst. Thanks for asking. How's your Friday going, Rogue Agent? And what's going on, Matthew W? What's going on? You said, hi, Quantum. Thanks for the channel. Appreciate that. You said, I got a Canadian H9F delivered today. Hopefully your settings will work. Your question is about the panel lottery and dirty screen effect. You have some dark areas in all four corners, a bit less towards the bottom. You said there is a little bit of a little lighter banding running vertically through the TV that is really only noticeable at sharp angles. Is that good enough? I mean, honestly, man, if you look at that TV and you go, that's me right there, I like that TV, it's awesome, then it's good enough. Personally, when it comes to these kind of issues, I'm kind of over it, you know what I mean? Like, every TV has tons and tons of quality control issues regardless of name brand. So I mean, I think you're going to be running into this regardless of if you exchange it again, and the chances are you probably get a worse one depending on, again, how they shipped it or, you know, handled it in the warehouse in the back, at whether it's a retail store or whatever. Handling and shipping always play a role. So hopefully that kind of answered the question. What's going on, Richard? What's happening? You said, when will you put up Black Friday sales video? So a Black Friday sales video, I'd probably put out sometime in November. I mean, as we get closer to it. Right now, it's just too early for that. But that kind of stuff, don't worry. I'll have way in advance, and I'll be giving you guys like links and stuff like that for the products as the prices drop. So make sure you're keeping an eye on the community tab, because I'm just going to be giving you guys a heads up and saying, you know, here you go, and just kind of giving you what you need as you need it. We've got William. I always want to call you William, but it's William. You said, question time. Got my Q8 Monday, still in the box. Keeping it offline means not using its smart features. Yes, sadly, that's kind of the trade-off. I mean, it's not that big a deal, to be honest with you, because, I mean, what are you probably going to do on it, right? Like, stream YouTube, Netflix, Hulu. the main things that you could probably access through a Blu-ray player or an Xbox or something like that you have around the house. You know what I mean? I think the biggest, I guess, detractor is not being able to use voice control and talk to Bixby, I guess. But I mean, that's not really a big deal breaker, you know? So you should be fine either way. But yeah, I would definitely keep it offline. What's going on, Andrew? You said, what's up, Quantum? Happy Friday. Happy Friday to you as well. I appreciate you stopping by and saying happy Friday. We've got Matthew W. You said, thanks. I'm a fussy bastard when it comes to money. Hard to decide what's good enough. Appreciate the advice. Yeah, I mean, I'm beyond the same way. I mean, when it comes to money, I'm like really cheap. I don't like spending a dime. I really don't, but I kind of have to because, you know, the comparisons you guys always request here, and then also just life in general and things that change. So, I mean, when it comes to TVs, I'm having a really difficult time, just so you guys know. Like, I'm human too. I'm having a really hard time finding a solid 65-inch TV that is worth its weight in gold that isn't the H9F. Just saying. Like, and no, Hisense ain't putting me up to anything. I'm just saying, like, it's really rough to find something worth your time. Big shout out to William. You donated $1.99, and I definitely appreciate it. It goes a long way towards funding the channel, so thank you for that. You said you got Apple TV, and you said Apple TV. I guess you're saying like it's okay, and I definitely appreciate you stopping by tonight. But yeah, as I was saying, when it comes to these well, what was I saying? I'm like lost in a train of thought. It's been a long day, guys. It's been a very long day. When it comes to these TV manufacturers, it's really difficult for me to find a solid 65-inch because they all come with these weird quality control problems. I mean, take, you know, Vizio, for example. You want to go with the P-Series Quantum X, you know, on paper it's the perfect TV, but then, you know, when you boot it up, there's clouding, the motion breaks apart, they have audio dropouts. So you can't do anything with that. That TV's a bust. I mean, the colors are good, and the brightness is good enough. Black levels, when it's not booting up, good enough, I guess. But, I mean, honestly, it's just, like, not good enough when it comes to the motion. So then you go towards OLED, and you're like, okay, let me just bite the bullet and just buy a 65-inch OLED. No, because of burn-in. Now, if you're like me, I do ridiculous gaming sessions, and there are times like when legitimately right after the live stream my wife will get up and she'll be like, oh crap, we got to go to the store, you know, we got to get this before it gets late or whatever, and we'll be jetting out, and I'll just like pause the TV on like Netflix or Hulu or whatever, you know, that I'm getting into after the stream or whatever is running on the TV at the time. I can't tell you how many times I just go out to the store with like a paused episode of like the X-Files. Like, I'm not even joking, this is like real life right now. And I can't do that on OLED, so of course that's out. And, you know, then there's also other factors that kind of make me steer away from OLED, like the fact that it's not exactly going to be the brightest TV, and I'm going to want to upgrade once they come out with like brighter TVs that have the same level of black of OLED or close to that. Not to bag on OLED, but just saying. And then, you know, we can go down different paths, right? Sony, they're completely out of the game this year. They didn't even try with their LED line. And I'm going to do a buyer's guide. Recently calibrated the X850G. Or wait, it's not the X850G. What is it? The A8G. A8G. And yeah, that TV, oh my god. Just wait, guys. It's not going to be good. For anyone watching the stream, it's not going to go good. And I mean, I can go down the list and we'd be here all night, and I'm telling you, like, I've been having the roughest time ever. And ultimately I broke down and I said, you know what, screw it, I'll give TCL a chance with their 8 series. I'll be that idiot, right? I'll pay $2,000, over $2,000 by the way. We were well into $2,100 after purchase. And I was like, alright, I'll be that idiot, I'll buy the TCL, and I'll see if the 8 series is worth its weight in gold, if it's gonna do anything special. Hopefully they fix their motion. I'm gonna bet my bottom dollar the TV's gonna have beautiful blacks, beautiful brightness, excellent color, but that motion is gonna be what destroys the TV. And I can almost bet right now that that's gonna be the deal breaker. But I'll be fair about it. I mean, I'll check it out, but I'm already like, I'm suspicious of it already. I already kind of know with TCL's track record, but So yeah, I'm like with you guys, and when you guys are asking questions, I'm in the same boat. And fortunately for me, I do have kind of an advantage in that I do this for a living, so I am able to see all these TVs. But ultimately, it is really difficult because, I mean, yeah, the market is crap right now, right? So I'm there with you guys is my point. Not to go off on too much of a tangent, but I get you, Matt W. So I'm a fussy bastard too myself. So just saying. Andrew Bryson, what's going on? You said love the channel. Keep up the good work. I appreciate that. Thank you for showing the support. It does mean a lot to get the feedback on the work that I've been doing. So thank you. Richard, what's going on? You said what soundbar do you use? I use a 2018 Sony Z9F. And I'm still rocking it. It's my favorite soundbar I've ever had, second only to one very particular LG soundbar that I really like for sentimental reasons, but I think it's just amazing. Shout out to Matthew W. for your donation of $5. It does help a lot, as you guys know. I really am appreciating the support. You said, thanks for saving me $1,200 for not buying the Q80, looking forward to the Q8 series review. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, right? Like, the Q80, now, I got to touch on this for a second, because you're mentioning, like, saving $1,200. That's a big no-go, and here's why. I see a lot of people talking about, like, and it, like, just recently, like, recent videos about how it's amazing. I was on one YouTube channel, I don't even know the name of it, I never really seen it before, but the guy was saying something to the effect of, this is like the next TV you might get, and it's, like, so amazing, and yada yada. You guys know the typical thing. Well, the thing was, like, I've seen that TV. I've worked on that TV, and I'm like, there's no freaking way. Because the problem with that TV is it's a downgrade from last year as far as colors go. So your whole experience after that is getting worse, because now we're talking contrast loss, and you're paying more to lose contrast. And so I'm like, screw that. Like, especially if you're looking at the 65-inch, like most people are looking at right now, you're going to lose a ton of money. Like, you're going to pay $2,000, which after taxes would be over $2,100. Nah, not quite. Well, yeah, it'd be over $2,100 after taxes. And then you're going to end up with a TV that has less color than the 2018 Q8FN, which right now you can get on Amazon and even Walmart.com, I think, for, you know, a little over $1,200. I mean, that's like a no-brainer. And just recently, the 65-inch Q8FN went on sale for $14.99. I mean, like, it's like a no-brainer all day, every day. So, yeah, I mean, most definitely. Now, when you were saying you were looking forward to the 8 series review, you're talking about the TCL. I'm hoping. I love the thing, really. I mean, like, just to give you a little insight, Matt. I mean, it's one of those things where, like, my wife and I are just kind of like on our wits' ends with this. Like, I'm so, like, over these companies not trying year after year. Like, 2017 happened, and then 2018 happened. I was like, you know what? They'll deliver in 2019, and now here we are hoping for 2020 to be a good year. So I'm kind of like ready to just buy whatever at this point. I just need a decent 65 that's kind of buttoned up at this point, that's not a Sony with the black levels. It's hard, man. It's hard. So I definitely hear you, man. And I'm glad I was able to help save you some money. So I definitely appreciate that. And thanks for looking out for the channel and helping fund us, as you guys know. And for those who don't know, I'm not sponsored. Everything I do is either out of pocket or with the help of you guys. So I definitely appreciate the support. So moving to the chats, we've got Caleb Nestor. What's going on? You said, what do you think of the Hisense H8F? It's $399 now. And then you were saying, or just go with the H9F. Honestly, for the money, man, you're better off with the H9F. I mean, you're gonna be with that TV, and yes, it's okay for the price point, and definitely the best $399 TV on the market right now. But ultimately, I wouldn't waste my time with it. I think for the amount of money that you're paying, you're too close to the price point of the H9F not to go through with it. And I'm dying of laughter right now. I'm trying not to, like, die laughing and cackle in the mic, because my wife looks at me and you know, because she knows, because we've been looking, as I was saying, for a big 65-inch TV. And I'm telling you right now, it's so funny, because, like, we've seen the H8F, and, you know, I'm always trying, you know, this is what I do, right? So, of course, when I have my family and I'm at a Best Buy or something, and I'm talking to my wife, you know, she's looking at the TV, and I ask her what she thinks of it, and she just said what she thought again, and she's saying it's like a Barbie Playhouse TV. I mean, you don't want that, man. Honestly, just step up into the H9F and you'll be thanking yourself so much that you did. It is a wonderful TV, like truly, like this TV is killing flagships, man. Like seriously. Let's see what we have in the chat here. We've got Mathis27. What's going on, man? You said, what's up, Quantum? So 4K Blu-ray player, LG, model number, and then you said, or Panasonic. I would definitely steer clear of LG Blu-ray players. To give you a little short story, believe it or not, my first Blu-ray player was an LG. Hell, back in 2013, I was like really going all out for like LG products. I'd buy like the soundbar, or the Blu-ray player, you know, the TV, whatever. And you know, it didn't hold up, and I've always just kind of had that in the back of my mind. Like it just randomly died like one day, like what people claim happens with like Hisense, Vizio, TCL. Like that happened with the LG Blu-ray player. It just shut off, and there's no way to repair it now. Called them, and of course they want you to buy a new one at a discounted price. But I mean, honestly, I wouldn't even waste my time with LG. I would go with Panasonic. They have a much better reputation when it comes to Blu-ray players specifically, and that's just the honest truth about it. So hopefully that can help you out here. We've got BD. You said, can you tell us what kind of items will be on Black Friday sale, or will be on the Black Friday sale list? 4K for Blu-ray players. When you say 4K for Blu-ray players, what do you mean? Like you're talking about specific movies? As far as items that will be on the Black Friday sales list, I mean, be TVs, be, you know, the usual stuff. I mean, I can't really say right now. It depends on what deals pop up. But as they start coming forward and they start releasing like the early, like, hey, this is going to be our sales list. And honestly, they usually start doing this stuff in November. They go out really early with this stuff. So I'm going to be giving you guys all that information as I get it, and just kind of help you guys out, because honestly, it's just like one of those things, you know what I mean? Hopefully that's not too vague, but I'll know kind of like when they start releasing the sales numbers on that stuff. I said sales numbers, but really I meant like the sales information. Look at me, I'm like having a really long day. If you guys can't tell, I'm like tired, but hey, we're gonna get through this. What's going on, Tony T443? What's going on, man? You said, what do you recommend for Black Friday? Oh, what TV do you recommend for Black Friday? Honestly, man, it depends on usage, but like right now I'm like heavy solid like recommending the Q8FN for like anybody who's looking for like an HDR monster, and like for everybody who's looking for an everyday performer, the H9F. Those two TVs have like stood out, and it's sad that like I'm still going back to my 2018 TV because literally nothing is like performing at that level right now. And of course there are new TVs on the market. You know, people are talking up to Q90R. I had it, I hated it. I mean, I hated it so much. I can't even believe the kind of press it's getting. It's unreal. But I'll digress from that point and just say, like, honestly, the TVs this year that are winners are those two TVs. I haven't, in all honesty, had the time to look at 8K TVs and things like that, so I know a lot of people have been asked about that. I can't tell you about the 8K line of TVs, especially like the new 50-inch, 55-inch 8K TV. Some people say that they saw it, you know, that I've worked with. I haven't seen it, but either way, I can safely say this year so far, almost everything is like mediocre. It's not like everything fails, right? It's not like, oh my god, these are the worst TVs ever created, but they're definitely not performing like they were last year, and definitely not what they're supposed to be ending 2019 going into 2020, you know what I mean? So hopefully that helps a little bit. A little morbid, if you will, but, you know, have to be honest about these things, you know? I mean, because to be honest, like, I mean, I'm just going to tell you, like, you know, all you guys watching the stream right now, I mean, I'm going to break the fourth wall with you like I do all the time. Listen, it's so easy for me to lie to all of you guys, you know what I mean? I could literally sit here and be like, oh yeah, all these TVs are fantastic, this one you can't fail, here's an affiliate link. The only time I affiliate link you guys stuff is like when it legitimately is a good deal or a good sale, and I've already vetted the product for you, and you don't have to worry about all the BS that goes with it. Because, I mean, honestly, it's just a pain in the ass when you sit there and you've got people making hand over fist money to promote products. It's annoying. I mean, I don't mind people making money and feeding their family. Cool, do your job. But, like, there's not enough disclosure, right? There's a lot of games being played. So I'm trying to cut through all that this Black Friday season for you guys. So just, again, to break the fourth wall with you on that one. We've got, William, you said, link for the soundbar. I gotta find the soundbar to see if they still have it, so give me a second here. I'll try to open it up and, I wonder if they're still selling it on Amazon. Let's see. The Sony H9F soundbar. And we're gonna see if they still sell that. I mean, I'd imagine that they would, but I actually don't see anything right now. I see the 900F, but nobody wants that one. That's not the great one. We want the better one. I wish they'd give me like a tier list or something like that, like they used to in the old days. They tell you like the step-up model. There we go. Found it, the Z9F. Okay, now I've got to get you a link for that Z9F. Give me a second here. And for all you guys waiting as I type up this link here, feel free to ask any questions. I will get to you guys. I'm going to get this link for William here. We're going to go here. I got to sign into like all these different accounts and stuff because I'm never really on all of this stuff. But yeah, I mean, as far as soundbars, I honestly don't know if I can do better than the Z9F right now, because I think for me that the dimensionality that the sound has it makes me think some things are real. Like the other day we were watching I don't even know what we were watching. I think, ironically enough, I think it was X-Files, funny enough, but there was a rainy scene and like it sounds so real. Like we started looking around and like checking out the windows because we thought it was raining, and it was the soundbar. And I'm not even kidding, like honestly, because I keep it at low levels. I don't have it like obviously blaring at the max, so I don't have like the loudest setting on. But yeah, I got that link coming in for you, William. Okay, so I'm gonna try to paste it here in the stream. Alright, so it should be active there. I hope it works for you. And thanks for everybody who was patient and did wait for that to happen. We've got Rogue Agent. You said, should I just stick with a gaming monitor or should I give the H9F a try? If you need responsive input lag, and I mean like crazy, like competitive, like MLG tournament type stuff, then go with the monitor. Otherwise, I would definitely give the H9F a try. I mean, the colors on that thing are the best of 2019 so far. Like, and I've seen OLEDs. And I know there are people that will argue tooth and nail that OLED will always be better, but I'm sorry to tell you guys, like, that's not true, like, honestly. And I returned my OLED the moment I saw it get beaten by an H9F out of pure shame. Like, I was shamed into returning it, so just saying. And ever since then, my wife's been looking at me and she's like, you know, because, like, you know, I always, like, with this whole, like, TV nonsense and trying to buy and figure out what's the right one, you know, for my very strict criteria, because apparently that's really strict these days, but, you know, I try to find a TV that's not going to be garbage with black levels and motion, color, brightness. These days, honestly, I'm being more lenient with brightness, but color, motion, and black levels are non-negotiable, and I have yet to find a TV to do all three as good as the Hisense does. So the Hisense doesn't do black levels perfect, but in most scenes, like I call it the Harry Potter test, and it's literally just get the darkest scene in Harry Potter and try to look for like the ugly blooming and blotching, and I didn't have any of that, and it was great. So I think you should definitely give it a try, most definitely. And to be honest with you, I mean, like, I got the TCL 8 series coming, and I'm already like, if this TV sucks, I swear I'm probably just gonna like sit there and like get blocked from every retailer trying to roll a H9F that wasn't used. Because I don't know what's going on, if you guys know this, but I've gone through Best Buy a couple times, quite a few times, trying to get an H9F, and they keep sending me what's essentially an open boxed version of it, and it's like unwrapped and unraveled, and like there's mess. It's just, it's used. It's clearly used. There's fingerprints, the whole nine. So I don't know if you guys are running into this with your H9Fs, but that's not normal. I didn't have that problem from Amazon, but I'm having that problem here on Best Buy, and then I tried to order again from Amazon, and then I got it again defective because they damaged it, because UPS are a bunch of monkeys, no offense, but they throw the packaging around like wild animals. Like, hello, it's a TV, but you know, that's, you know, something you got to take up with the local office, which never calls you back. But, you know, so as you guys can tell, it's definitely an ordeal. But yeah, big shout out to Silent Wake 5KY for your donation of $4.99. I appreciate it, man. I mean, you're one of like the rock stars of this community. You're very vocal, and you know, I appreciate you always being a part of this community and engaging as much as you do. I do recognize you and acknowledge that, so thank you for that. Now you say, hey Q, just dropping in real quick to say hi to everyone and show my support. Back to work. This is exactly what I was just talking about before even reading, you know, like always on the money, man. Just always showing up, always, you know, showing the love, and I really appreciate that, man. Most definitely. So I hope you're having a good day at work, man. I thank you for stopping by while you're at work. I think that's really cool that somewhere out there, you know, there's a guy like, hey, you know, I'm going to take off for work and I'm just going to say, hey, what's up to my buddy over here at QTV. So thank you, man. I do appreciate that. We've got a question coming in from Matthew W. You said, if the TCL 8 series is good, I might move the H9F upstairs, put the TCL in the home theater. Otherwise, I'll wait. Yeah, I'm with you there. I mean, to be very honest, like, I'm waiting right now, like, throughout this entire period. I'm waiting for them to give me a call, because they usually call you to confirm your delivery day. And, I mean, it says ready to be delivered, right? Like, I'm looking in the app, and I'm checking the status, and everything's green lighting, right, for tomorrow. But I just have no way of guaranteeing that it's going to actually show up tomorrow, because they're not saying a whole lot as far as, you know, obviously saying, hey, your appointment from Best Buy, you know, that whole thing. So hopefully they deliver it tomorrow. If they don't, I mean, I don't know. I'll have to sort it out with them. I'll probably call them after the stream to figure out, you know, WTF. But either way, we'll get it sorted out, and I'll let you know if it's worth your time or not. And unlike a lot of the other channels that are just looking to game out YouTube for TV views, I'm just going to straight up tell you if it's worth it within like the first 30 seconds of the video, you know what I mean? Because, I mean, really, at this point, I watch the same videos you guys do. Like, I'm still a person. I know it sounds like I'm not, because, I mean, yes, I calibrate TVs for a living, but I still watch everybody else. And believe it or not, even the ones I disagree with, like Artings and HDTV Test, every video that they make, I go into it with a fresh slate. Like, okay, you failed that last video, let's see if you've changed. You know, and I keep going back at these channels with a new slate. And, you know, so far the only ones showing signs of improvement is Artings with their new employee, Ryan. I mean, other than that, I haven't really had a whole lot of positive experiences with a lot of the other channels, sadly. But, I mean, yeah, I think it's sad that we have to go through this many hoops to get honesty, but hey, if I don't, who will, right? Now we've got Trey Davis. What's going on, man? You said that was my question too about the TCL. Yeah, I'll be letting you guys know for sure if it's worth its weight. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, right? Like, it's cutting edge technology, brand new mini LED, the first of its kind. Of course I'm gonna get on that. That's of course, that's exciting stuff. Now I think the question is, I mean, because look, like I was saying earlier, I really do believe that this TCL 8 series is going to have phenomenal black levels, phenomenal brightness, and phenomenal color. I'm scared to death when it comes to the motion. I feel like that's the Achilles heel with this TV that's going to make it so unbearable for me. And I'm like calling it in a stream before I even see this thing, because I kind of already know, like I did with the 6 series, that something's off here. A little too much is lining up on paper, you know what I mean? Like, they're literally telling you everything you want to hear, except that motion is a little dodgy. I also find it weird that on the website, there's no, like, 120 hertz confirmation. Like, usually they'll put that information quite publicly on every website. But TCL is, like, being very close-lipped, and all they're telling you is the soap opera effect motion. They're like, oh, we've got 480. I'm like, okay, but what about the native refresh rate of the panel? So that's something I'll have to try to dive in and investigate myself and all this. And yeah, it's a pain, but we'll sort it out, most definitely, and I'll give you guys that answer. So Matt and Trey, just kind of hang in there, and I'll definitely get that information out to you guys. Skyhawk, what's going on? You said, is there really a big difference between 60 hertz and 120 hertz TVs for movies and watching Dish? So I think the honest answer is no for most content. However, the problem for 60 hertz TVs comes down to the motion processing when they start adding their fake frames, if you will, because their motion processing usually at 60 hertz is subpar to 120 hertz televisions. It's just the way that it plays out. The only exception I've actually ever seen to this is Samsung, and I don't know what it is with Samsung 60 hertz TVs, but usually they do a very darn good job of giving you really fluid motion. I don't even know how they do it, to be honest with you. It's really fantastic. But they're the only ones that I've seen perform a feat like that. Everybody else seems to have really bad motion at 60 hertz, but typically it doesn't really matter since nothing is 120 frames a second. Honestly, it doesn't, unless you're a gamer. Now, the only reason I come down on TCL's 8 series for not having, you know, that 120 frames, if they don't have that, is because, again, at $2,000, you better have everything. I mean, I shouldn't need to go to another manufacturer to get another benefit, you know what I mean? And that's where a lot of people will probably start scratching their heads, you know, because the next generation consoles are likely going to support that. Now, if you're not a video gamer and, again, you're just watching movies and dish, honestly, man, you're better than a lot of us guys out here. I mean, really, you're able to buy almost any TV out there, so long as it's within reason of being decent, and enjoy it, because honestly, your requirements aren't as high as a gamer's would be, needing all the extra features to make sure your video games don't look like garbage. So that's definitely an advantage that you would have. And ultimately, yeah, I think for TV and for general viewing purposes, I think you'll be fine. What's going on, Caleb's Nestor? You said, okay, man, thanks. Maybe Black Friday, Cyber Monday will give us some good deals. Let's hope so. Hopefully I can get a good haul on some Blu-rays or some 4Ks or something, because I have been kind of slacking with that. I don't really get up on that and just buy all the time when it comes to those movies. I kind of take a step back, especially with the new push for things in movies that are a little uncomfortable, and it's like, ooh, that's not a fun thing to do in this fun movie. You know, it's getting there. You guys know what I mean. But I mean, either way, I like using Netflix and GameFly to test things before I buy them. So, you know, I should have did that with WWE 2K20. For those of you who know, it's, oh my god, ooh, that game there is a mess. But I'll digress from that and say what's going on to Jalen. What's happening, man? You said, sup Quantum, love the content you've been creating. I really appreciate that. Thank you for letting me know that. You said, still learning about display technologies and you help a lot. I mean, I really appreciate it. Shout out to Jalen for, again, showing the support and showing the love. I really appreciate feedback like this. This is helpful feedback, and criticism is, if you will, it's not really criticism, but you know what I mean? Like, it's just feedback, you know? But I really appreciate when you guys let me know what I can do better or what you like about the channel, so I know how to keep making things for you guys. So I do appreciate that. And we've got Tony. You said thanks, not a problem. We've got James. What's going on? You said, does the Hisense do mini LEDs too? No, they don't do mini LEDs. They're working on a dual layer, but that's going to be well over $3 grand from what I'm hearing. Now, it's weird though, because they say the 75-inch U9F is going to be $34.99 or something like that, and there apparently is going to be a 65-inch variant that's going to be $2,000. So if that's the case, I mean, that'd be pretty dope. But I mean, honestly, I'm not patient as a person. I don't like waiting, and if I have to wait until like 2020, I'm like, screw it, I'll just get something that's good enough, right? I mean, that's just kind of me. I always tell you guys to wait if you can, and keyword there is if you can, because I know I can't, right? If I want something, I want it now, and I'm going to get it. Like, that's kind of like my attitude about things, and it's kind of a bad attitude to have with things, I guess, but I can't really help it. You know, it's just who I am. So, yeah, I hope that they do mini LEDs. I think that'd be dope. Honestly, guys, like, I'm gonna go on record here and just saying, before anything happens, whether they make bad TVs or good TVs, I actually believe in Hisense. I think they're leveraging the Sharp Aquos technology quite well. When they acquired Sharp, I think they're doing a good job implementing Sharp picture quality into their displays. So I think they're gonna do it, man. I really think Hisense, if anyone could do it in the budget bracket, I think Hisense is the sleeping giant of budget brands that could potentially snag the spot of being one of the next big companies for TVs. Yeah, I definitely think that. What's going on, Jesse? You said you like the 2018 Q8FN. What about the Q9FN? Looking to get one for around $1,300, brand new. Good idea. For $1,300, yeah, that's a damn good deal, man. Oh my goodness, $1,300, do it. Don't even think about it. Just right there, just do it. But honestly, for the prices that it's at right now, $1,599 would make me think a little closer, because the problem with the Q9FN, right, is that no matter how hard you try, they drew back the colors of the Q9FN. It's not as punchy as the Q8, and I find that to be a big slap in the face when you pay more, or usually considerably more, for a product. and I'm not okay with it. But then the black levels are better. You do have the one connect box, so it is a benefit to some people. But for me, not really. I hated it. I genuinely hated it, and I wanted to love it. You know what I mean? I mean, how do you mess that up, right? You have a guy going into a product like wanting to love something, and then it's just so terrible. It's just, I don't know. At least for me. We've got Trey Davis says hashtag H9F, Team H9F. I mean, hey, if the jersey fits, I suppose that's just what 2019 is doing to us. I mean, how bad does 2019 really have to be for TVs when we're looking at an H9F and we're saying this is the best? Really? Is there no one else? Like, before this, I would never have even looked at a Hisense. That's how, like, bad 2019 is. Like, I don't think a lot of you guys watching the stream realize, like, we're at a disgusting point in TV sales. Like, the manufacturers know that they're big, right? They already know most of you watching love Samsung, Sony, or LG. One of those brands you've heard of and bought before probably have. And they know it. That's the part that gets me so angry. And they're just, like, sliming through, like, with these, like, lazier products than what they did before. I mean, look at Samsung in 2013, how their TVs were like chromed out with like lights that popped on that said Samsung in the logo, and they were all like artsy, right? They were like geometric looking. Same thing with LG's OLED line. They were like artsy and stuff. And now we're just getting the same TV repeated, reskinned every year with like minimal upgrades, and I'm so over it. Like, I could rant about this honestly for like a good like hour, but I'm not going to, for the sake of not boring you guys to death. But yeah. What's going on, Dennis? You said, hi, Quantum. Would you recommend upgrading the, hold on, would you recommend upgrading or updating from, I think I'm actually getting the call I was waiting for from Best Buy. That's good. But I'll have to decline that and see if they did it later, which is good. I hope they leave a voice message. So, as I'm on the stream, I think I actually got the call I was waiting for, so that might be good news for tomorrow for everybody wondering. But I have to wait and check. I'll check it in a second here, but, yeah, I think 1241 is a darn good update. If you have problems with motion, you're not happy with your motion, 1241 is that update. Like, dude, I'm not even joking. Like, I updated 1241 because when I got 1169 was the firmware that destroyed my Q8, and I never will forgive Samsung for this in a million years. Could slap somebody to the ground for what they did to me. So angry about that, genuinely, still to this day. And finally now at 1241, everything for the most part is buttoned back up. Not to the point where it was day one. Day one, this TV was something really special, you know, but, you know, it is what it is. I didn't know about the update situation back in 2016, and I, you know, unfortunately had to learn that process. But yeah, I would do it if you like motion, and if you like soap opera effects, especially. Like, this TV looks so good for motion now, to the point where honestly I think it's the best TV I own for motion, and that says a lot because I have the Sony X900E, and I think this would destroy the 900E. I've really got to put those two back up together and see if it's different, because I'm telling you, that motion is so fluid now, like scary fluid. It was looking three-dimensional, that's how good it was looking. So I don't know, man. But we gotta see on this one. But yeah, I would update it if you like the motion for sure. What's going on, Chin2 Pat? What's happening, man? Thanks for stopping by tonight. It's all right that you're late. Nobody's gonna hold that against you, brother. You good? I appreciate you stopping by. What's going on, Jordan D? You said Walmart has the H9F, but only the 55 in stock. Yeah, I did notice that as well. I don't know what's up with that. That is very weird. What's going on, Troy? Thanks for stopping by tonight. Troy says, since 2016, with the 4K standards, have made a major leap for the first with the Z9D, which was the benchmark for a while, which in my opinion still should be the benchmark. And then you said that it has then the Samsung Q8FN came out and raised the bar to a new standard. Yeah, I mean, I'm agreeing there too as well. And you're saying then the H9F made it affordable to the masses. Through it all, QA has been giving the honest truth, and I really do appreciate that, man. That shout out to Troy, man, for that awesome comment, and for following me for this long, to know that I really do this to help out, and I do appreciate that, man. I can't say enough thanks for you stopping by to, again, just tell everybody the history of stuff, and again, just showing the love, man. I appreciate that. We've got a shout out to William for your donation of $1.99. You ask, how do I win the panel lottery? I'm new to TVs. To win the panel lottery, honestly, it's luck of the draw. What I like to do is go into a Best Buy with a flash drive, go buy the TV because they won't let you do it beforehand, then go into a Magnolia studio room, usually studio 1 or 2. I find 1 usually is the most vacated, and then I'll just close the doors behind me. I'll start loading up all my stuff and checking my TV that I just bought. If I see anything out of hand, I'm just going to return it back to the store. Good content to use to check for black levels. Again, you want to check normal things that you know with like dark scenes in movies, have a couple darker clips, maybe darker pictures. You can't use just a straight black image anymore because local dimming algorithms are a little bit more clever than that. They know that's what you're going to look for. So you got to try to trip it up with like loading screens and things like that. And I can provide some of those photos and things like that. I'll probably try to create some sort of like testing material even more. I have some testing material on the channel. I don't know if that's going to help you out too much, but that's always welcome to you guys as well. And I'll try to make more testing material for checking for the panel lottery as time goes on. Shout out to Jesse Johnson or Johnston for your donation of $1.99. I do appreciate it. You said thanks for the help. Most definitely, it's my pleasure. And again, thank you for supporting the channel. And to David S. Class, I thank you as well for your donation of $5. All you guys really are helping keep this channel going, the honesty going in this kind of sea of lies that is the AV industry, and I do appreciate that. I mean, really, you guys are fantastic. Thank you for supporting the work I do here. And we've got David S. Class says, hey Quantum, are there any TVs that can switch picture settings automatically for SDR and HDR? Thanks for all your work. Switching automatically is a little challenging. I know that like sometimes they say that they can. I think that right now, honestly, the only TV that kind of does it is like LG, because they just have like a legitimate straight up separate mode. But I've noticed, like, even on my Q8FN, yeah, technically sometimes I get a separate mode that's just for HDR, but it's inconsistent, where then it'll keep my SDR settings in HDR, but then other times it'll be a completely different mode. It's very odd, and it just depends on the manufacturer. I know Sony is the same way. You have to sacrifice a picture mode. A lot of them are like that. I think right now the only one that I could really recount as like being different is going to be that that LG. And that's just kind of where I am with that, which is unfortunate. But I do appreciate you showing the support as well. I mean, you guys are fantastic. All of you watching the stream right now, thank you for stopping by. Now we're going to answer a question from, or a statement, I guess we're going to read from the Grizzle. What's going on? You said, I guarantee it has the best black levels, at least blooming of any LED TV, which I most definitely hope so. You go on to say that other than that, it's not going to impress in any other areas. They did claim it's 120 hertz, but we'll see, I guess. Yeah, I found it to be really weird that after I made a video kind of like raking them through the coals for advertising that they had a CMI of 120, it then bumped shortly after that video by, I mean literally 24 hours after making that video, and then it jumped to CMI 480, and then magically people were saying it was 120 hertz confirmed, and I don't know about that. I'm going to have to see about that myself, because I don't know if that's 100% accurate. So I definitely hope that it is. Hell, I'd be happy if it would just be a perfect TV and I could just buy it and be good to go. That's what we're talking about, you know. But I mean, this market today is just confusing. One TV would be perfect on paper, and then you get it home and you're like, what the hell is this, you know? It's just unfortunate. We've got Sneakers Tech TV. What's going on? You said, what's a good TV for $1,500 to get? The Samsung Q8FN, the Hisense H9F, $1,500. An argument could be made for, I mean, $1,500. I mean, if you like OLED, you can get some OLEDs for that price point. You've got some Sonys in the mix. You've got, I mean, really, you got a lot of options. If you like OLED and things like that, you can get yourself some of the older ones even right now, like the C8 and things like that. Definitely get that for like $1,300 or something like that now. The B8, forget about it. It's like everyday value is $1,100 for the 55-inch anyway. If you're looking for a 65-inch, then your options are going to be kind of limited to like Vizio and like Hisense and like the Q9FN and the Q8FN. There's not really a whole lot right now in that price range that are decent. Like $1,500, it's like they're taking it as a joke almost, and they force you up into the $2,000 price point before you start getting the better TVs, you know? I mean, because of course, yeah, I mean, let's be real. I'm going to be very honest with you. Yes, you can buy a Sony X850G right now. You could buy, you know, an X800. Would I do that? Never in all my life. Oh my God, you'll see the worst black levels you've ever seen if you do that. You know, I mean, I hate to keep doing this, but to go back to my story from 2015 with the RTings thing, I mean, again, they say it's got deep blacks, it's awesome, it's fantastic. Go see what they say. Don't take my word for it. Honestly, fact check me, call me out. Go look at what they say about the 2015 Sony X850C. It was a pretty darn good review. They had good things to say. And yeah, I bought it based off of that, and well, oh my God, it's the worst TV I've ever seen. Like, to the point where I've considered leaving it on a curb and just saying, whoever wants this TV, you can have it for free. That's how bad it is, like, honestly. And right now I've got a problem with my X850C where it's now leaning forward as time goes on, so it looks like it's about to snap off the stand and roll onto the floor. Like, I'm not even joking. I'll probably have to do a video to show you guys. It's pretty funny, actually. You know, but yeah, no, I don't go with the lower end TVs just because they're affordable. I think, honestly, try aiming for that Hisense H9F. That's the gold standard right now of 2019 so far. Hopefully that changes, but yeah, not much in the news front with that. We've got the Grizzle. What's going on? You said test out gaming with high contrast and game mode enabled. Vincent had it over 50 milliseconds. Oh, dude, you already know. Like, I test everything. You know, it takes a little while to get everything, but yeah, we'll be doing input lag, brightness, you name it, dude. Like, so long as the thing doesn't come damaged, defective, and I can actually power it on, we're gonna be beating the heck out of the TCL 8 series. And I cannot wait to see it against my Q8FN, because so help me God, if my Q8FN beats the color of that TV, I'm gonna be pretty jaded, and I'm gonna feel the type of way about that. I'm just saying early. But I hope that's not the case. But man, I don't know. I'm like nervous. I'm like genuinely nervous to see like this TCL. I'm like, it could be so good, but it could be so disappointing too. And I don't want to get my hopes up that like finally 2019 got something really right just to get let down. So I'm kind of reserving myself. I'll see it and we'll see what happens. You know what I mean? Save all judgment for later. What's going on, Irving? You said, hi Quantum, love your videos and your honesty. I appreciate that, thank you. You said, what calibration Blu-ray disc would you recommend buying from Amazon to calibrate my 4K LG TV? If you're looking for you said a calibration Blu-ray disc, the one that I use personally, that I love the Disney's Wonderful World of Wonder. Reason being is because you've got loads of test sample footage that you can see real actual movies. And it's a really easy disc, very user-friendly is the word I would use if you're starting out and you just want just generic information that can help you tune your TV and just dial in things. It's really useful. Even for a professional calibrator like myself, it's still useful to have a very generic baseline disc that can get you to find the sweet spot of every TV without putting in a whole lot of hours of work. That disc is like an amazing tool, and I absolutely love it when I don't actually feel like calibrating. I'm just saying, it's a wonderful thing to have. Now, I know a lot of people are like talking about the new Spears and Munsell or whatever their disc is. I honestly haven't given it a lot of time. I know it's not very user-friendly, and quite frankly, I don't have any use for a bunch of test patterns that I can create myself, to be honest with you. Now, I know they have a bunch of different HDR formats and things like that, and that's where maybe that might be a benefit to you if you're trying to test, but for calibration, you might want to try to find yourself the Blu-ray copy of The Wonderful World of Wonder from Disney, because they really did it correctly. It's a great disc. I can't speak highly enough about it, and I use it all the time. Even with all my comparison videos on this channel, like, I love that disc. What's going on, Dale? You said, noob here, always used Samsung. I heard of Hisense. Glad you're talking TVs. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with being a noob to TVs. I mean, we all start somewhere. I'll help you through that process and make it as painless as possible. If you've got any questions pertaining to Hisense, Samsung, whoever it is, I will answer you honestly. So feel free to confide in me and I'll help you out as much as I can, Dale. And thanks for stopping by tonight. What's going on? I'm going to mess this up. Ajit, I hope I said that right. If I didn't, I apologize. You said, hey, I'm trying to buy a new TV, Q9FN 75-inch 2800, Q8FN 75-inch 1999. Which one is better? The 75-inch Q8FN is going to be the better deal, not only because you're paying less money, but because it has more colors. The black levels are pretty much about the same when you're getting like how they dim aggressively. You're not going to have any blooming. I mean, really, the brightness is brighter right now, is from what I've measured, than the Q9FN. The Q9FN was only like 1555 or something like that, if I remember correctly. And then you've got the Q8FN that was well over 1900 nits after updates, but before that it was like over 2300 nits. It's a ridiculously bright TV. So honestly, I think your money is better spent with the Q8. What's going on, Skyhawk? You said thanks for the response, brother. I want the H9F. Just love the Roku on my on the TCL. How's the motion on the H9F? Motion is fantastic on the H9F. It's actually one of the reasons I keep going back to it so many times. Like, even though I keep getting screwed over in the shipping process, I'm like, let's do it again, because that motion is beautiful. You said also, is it 120 hertz related to the soap opera effect? No, 120 hertz is related to the native refresh rate of the screen. Regardless of rumors and what people are saying, it is a native 120 hertz panel, and that does play a role in motion processing. You have 480, I'm not gonna get this correct, I think it's like clear motion. I don't know what they call their motion. I had the TV and I don't even remember what they call it. But they have 480 on their motion processing number as well. So again, 120 native, 480, whatever they call it. So I hope that was helpful there. And you were saying, or is it 120 hertz working at all times? So yeah, hopefully that kind of cleared some things up there. Andy, what's going on, man? You said Panasonic for me. Nothing wrong with having a favorite. What's going on, Jesse Johnson? You said thank you. I'll look for the Q8FN or pivot to the H9F Plus. There's an H9F Plus? I didn't know that they did that. Is it different in some countries, or I don't know. Like, I don't know, like, because I know every region is different. I don't know if you guys call it something different in different areas. If you guys do, hey, let me know, because that'd be good information to have, because I only have access to like the US info. What's going on, Dennis? You said thanks for all that you do, man. I really appreciate it. And shout out to Dennis for showing the love tonight. I definitely appreciate it, man. Seriously, thank you. I appreciate the feedback. Richard, what's going on? You said, do you know Amazon TV's 3-year warranty, or if it's any good or not? Or is Best Buy better? Best Buy is definitely better. Squarespace, I think it is, or whatever, Square Trade. I don't even know what they are. I know that they have some problems. I've heard some ridiculous horror stories. I would just go with Best Buy because they, as far as insurance companies, they do a better job of fulfilling the customer's needs. We've got Justin. You said thank you for your reviews. I appreciate that, and shout out to Justin for showing the love. You said was in the market for a new TV earlier in the year, but now gonna hold off and wait to see if they improve, or next year until they see if they improve. Yeah, I don't blame you there. This year's, you're not missing anything, right? Mathis 27, what's going on? You said just upgraded my Panasonic ZT60 to the LG C9. Wish I got some of your input beforehand, but I will definitely check the H9F for my guest room. Thanks for what you do, much appreciated. And shout out to Mathis for showing the love. And hey, Mathis, I don't know if you're going to be able to, but just for you and your family's sake, if you can, get the C9, get the H9F, plug my settings into the H9F, and put it up to the C9. I'm going to guarantee you what you're going to see is going to blow your mind. You're not going to, because like I say it all the time, right? I sound like some, like, I don't know, super OLED hater when I really am not. But like, honestly, dude, like, if you do what I'm saying, dude, like, put that stuff in and see for yourself. It's a big difference. Shout out to the pretty lady that just walked in my room, who is my wife. She's laughing. But yeah, I always like when I see my wife walk into the room when I'm doing the streams, because, you know, it just, you know, reminds me that I got a family waiting, you know, and I'm getting the wrap it up. So I'm gonna end the stream within the next 5 minutes here. I'm gonna answer as many questions as I can, and yeah, we've got David S. Class. What's going on? You said appreciate your answer. Most definitely. Anytime, man, anytime. I'm glad to help. If you have anything else, definitely confide out into me and I'll help you any way I can, as always. Jordan D, you said I'm going to have Best Buy H9. I'm going to have to buy my H9F from Best Buy since there's no telling where or when Walmart will have it in stock. How long is their return policy? Are you talking about for like Best Buy or for Walmart? Walmart has the best, I think, I've heard in a while. They've got 90 days. So if you want to buy a TV and just kind of like hope you can try it out because you bought a budget brand but you don't want a warranty, 90 days, dude. That's king right now. Best Buy is 15 days until you spend $1,000. I think it's at least $1,000 with them, and then you can then qualify for a 30-day return period, which is such BS. But that's how they run their business. But as far as returns and replacements, if you go in store, Best Buy is nasty. You're not going to have a good time in store, okay? Like with returns and exchanges. Going online is a lot better. The customer service through Best Buy's corporate online center for their return exchanges, they're phenomenal. Oh my god, dude, like the experiences that I've had in just like a short time of shopping online with Best Buy, which I've recently got into, I mean, it's been like, I mean, you really get that red carpet feeling. It's like they roll out the red carpet for you and you really feel important. So I think that's something to think about as well. I mean, like, I can't stress enough how good they treat you. It got to the point where my H9F came used. The lady on the phone heard it was used, apologized 1,000,001 times. She couldn't believe that it was happening to an elite customer. The inconvenience was unbelievable because I got cold transferred and hung up on, and I told her about it, and she saw the log and gave me a $100 gift card, dude. I mean, like, the service through the online center is way better. If that happened in store, the same person that probably was rude to you in store would be probably smacking their gum in your face and like, yeah, my manager's gonna tell you the same thing I did. You know what I mean? Like that kind of attitude. So go online, most definitely. If you ever buy in a Best Buy store, pay in cash. Try to pull out all that money in cash. Just get it in cash, because that way they have to give you your money back and they can't do the whole like, oh, we don't know what's going on, your bank and all that nonsense. There's been some problems with Best Buy, just saying. Shout out to George K for your donation of $5. As you know, it helps the channel out. Hey, you guys are really supporting the honesty in the community here, and I see you guys, man. You guys are on fire tonight, and I thank you for it. Now, George K asks, the best 75-inch TV. Right now, believe it or not, I would pay $2 grand, $19.99 right now on Amazon, and get a Sony X940E. It doesn't have the best motion, but the overall picture quality is pretty darn nice. And if you're looking for a 75-inch TV, that's one of the better ones to get. Now, it's a heavy beast, but it's a really nice high-end television, and I think that's something to mention here. Shout out to BitCloud Gaming for stopping by. What's going on, bro? I know we've got that collab we've got to be doing soon. I'm planning on doing that in November with you, man, so definitely reach out then as well. And for those of you that don't know, BitCloud Gaming, he runs a gaming channel for, again, PlayStation news and just gaming news in general, so definitely give him a gander. Swell guy. I mean, I've talked on the phone with him a couple times. He's actually gone as far as to kind of help me with my live streams, which I feel bad, BitCloud, by the way. He's gone as far as to show me like OBS and like try to explain things that I don't actually understand the whole technicals behind it. And I mean, he's really been helping me out a lot with that. And I'm still like over here on Injustice because I can't figure it out. I'm like, you know, 1 + 1 = 29. Like that's how like dumb I am with this stuff. But shout out to the guy nonetheless for stopping by tonight. Now we've got I'm missing comments here. Hold on. We've got do you know? Okay, I got that one. Justin, what's going on? You said thanks for your reviews. Shout out to Justin. You said I was in the market for a TV earlier, but now I'm gonna hold off until next year to see if it improves. Definitely, I understand that. I think I'm reading some of these over again. I don't know if I'm skipping some of you guys. I apologize. I can't get to everybody because sometimes this thing does glitch out on me. We've got William. You said HDR is for video and SDR is for movies, and you're saying correct. Does anime fit to HDR or SDR? I actually haven't seen a single anime yet to take advantage of HDR, so it would just be an SDR kind of thing, not HDR. I wish anime would try to support wider color gamuts and things like that. They're still on DVDs in a lot of cases. So I think that's just more of the localization issues. But we get Blu-rays too, like with the Bleach movies and the My Hero Academia stuff. So I don't know. Hopefully we get some Demon Slayer movie action in the States, English dub or something. That'd be great. But you know, that show, if you guys haven't seen Demon Slayer, just to kind of go off on a tangent here, that show is freaking amazing. I mean, like, the total concentration breathing technique just blew my mind. I'm like, oh my god, I want to learn it. You know, it's not possible, but still. So hopefully that helped and answered a little bit. And HDR is for video games. Well, SDR, no, I mean, like, HDR is kind of like a work in progress. Sometimes it looks better on movies than it does on video games. I found a lot more movies look better with HDR than games. Games are a little bit of a hit or miss. What's going on? We've got, what's up, Quantum? You said checking in. You said, have you played Dragon Ball Fighter Z? That game is amazing. With colors, you should show your TVs off with it. Most definitely. I love that game, and it's definitely something I will be doing in the near future. But definitely check out the second channel. For those that don't know, I do have a second channel where I do showcase a lot of the picture quality of gaming and stuff like that in a more kind of casual way. So I'll probably start doing more of those videos if the TCL comes in good manner. And I'm trying to get to all you guys. There's just no way I'm going to be able to do that. For those that I'm not able to get to tonight, because I am running out of time, just reach out to me in the comment section, and I'll try to answer you as quickly as I can. I'm going to try to wrap this up here by answering. We've got Viral Clip says, BitCloud, and BitCloud says, always help the homies, help out the homies. I appreciate that, man. We've got Jordan. Okay, you guys are answering questions, so that's good. That's definitely helpful there. I'm going to mess this name up. O2 Uzi, what's going on? You said, I got the Q60R before I discovered your channel. Now I feel like I was cheated and stupid. You said, still looking for a TV, but I don't know. You said, but didn't know I could get much more performance for a little. Yeah, that's really the sad part. I mean, I wish I could expand my reach further to help as many people as I can. But sadly, there are a lot of problems with, you know, YouTube and the way that they find people now. But you're here now, so that's the important thing. And going forward, make sure you hit the subscribe button and reach out whenever you need help, and I'm gonna help you however I can to walk you through the process, man. What's going on, Skyhawk? You said, my wife wants to know how to get me away from always wanting TVs. I asked her if she had any questions. Thanks for all the. That's funny. You know, my wife's saying the same thing with like all the TVs I buy. She's like, oh my god, just pick one already. So yeah, I'm there, bro. Like any of you guys out there, I'm there. But to be honest, I'm right there with my wife these days because I'm over it too. I'm like, oh my god, I just want one to be okay. You know, I'm gonna answer the question. To get your wife wants to know how to get you away from wanting TVs. A brilliant question is a team effort, I would think. I think you would like a TV more if she says that she likes the TV. I think that would kind of tug at your heartstrings a little bit. If your wife goes, oh, this TV is my favorite TV, you can't get rid of this one, you're not going to upgrade your TV, because if the missus likes it, you're going to keep it, you know what I mean? So I think that's the safe way to keep you away from TVs. If she wanted that answer, and if you wanted to give her that answer, I think that would be a surefire way. It would definitely work on me. What's going on, Healthful Servant? You're saying, thanks for all the help. Quantum. Appreciate the live streams every week, and I appreciate you, Healthful Servant. Shout out to Healthful Servant for stopping by today. Absolutely fantastic. All right, guys, I'm going to end up wrapping up this live stream now. I want to thank you all for stopping by. I will end by answering the final thing I see from Healthful Servant. You were saying can't find the Z9D anywhere. Do you have any idea if the Z9D is worth having? the 75 inch is worth having instead. I don't really know if there's a difference in the size factor, but I mean, it never hurts to try. If you can find a Z90, I think you're very lucky because I haven't seen one locally. So I would definitely try to jump on it while you can, kind of thing. That being said, I want to thank all of you guys for stopping by tonight. You all are fantastic. I'm going to be doing a lot of TCL 8 series videos. So if you want to see TCL Q825 videos, just make sure, again, you're subscribed, notifications, because when we start, it's just going to be just balls to the walls. We're just going to go straight running full force with it. All right? I'm going to check to see if that was Best Buy that was calling me, because I told you guys I'd do it. So before I end the stream, I kind of owe it to you guys to see what that was. It says it's an unsaved number. I don't really know. It's just a random 800 number. It's not giving me anything. Caller ID's not working. But we'll see if it's Best Buy or not. I'll probably update it in the comment and pin it for you guys. That being said, I thank you guys for stopping by tonight. God bless you guys. You and your families have a great night, all right? Happy Friday to everybody. And until the next live stream, I'll see you guys later.